everybody, I'm Organic Sister. This is Black Girl World. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm going to jump right into the topic. Today's topic is PCOS. I'm going to talk to you about PCOS. I know it affects a lot of women. And so what exactly is PCOS? PCOS is also known as Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. PCOS is a hormonal disorder that affects about 1 in 10 women in childbearing age. What happens is that the ovaries develop small collections of fluid, which are known as follicles, and they fail to release an egg regularly. So what does that mean exactly? So if you remember in another video I did, where we talked about our cycles, the hormone estrogen tells the ovary to make a follicle that's supposed to later on become an egg. And the egg, travels down and waits for the sperm, and when it meets with the sperm, it becomes a baby. And that's ovulation. And that's how, we procreate. So what happens with women who have PCOS is that that follicle never actually becomes an egg. It just becomes a fluid-filled sac that can also be solid as well. And it just kind of like forms on the ovary. And as a result, ovulation never takes place. So, in order to have the ovulation, like I said, the follicle has to become an egg. The egg waits for the sperm, this, that, there. So if the follicle never becomes the egg, ovulation never happens. And because ovulation never happens, you don't get your period, because your period is a result of ovulation. So people who with PCOS, they have periods on usually a very rare basis. Now, one of the major symptoms of PCOS, and is probably the most common symptom, is that people with PCOS, they tend to have less than 9 periods a year. Less than 9 periods a year. Some people go the whole year without having a period. Some of them, like 1, 2, whatever. Less than 9 periods a year. And each period that they do have, it lasts more than 7 days. That's a long ass period. So you go for less than 9 periods a year, for more than 7 days at a time, and then you have more than 35 days in between each period. So a typical cycle is around 28 days. It can be anywhere between 27 days and maybe like 30 days or so. But you were going longer than 35 days in between each period. Each period is lasting 7 days long, and you're having less than 9 a year. 7 or more days long, and you're having less than 9 a year. So that is the problem. That is one of the major symptoms of PCOS. And also the cherry on top of that one is that when you do get your period, it's super, 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 super duper heavy, and it's super duper painful. Other symptoms can include low levels of progesterone, which is your body not producing enough. The fact that your body is not producing enough of this progesterone is what's causing these unpredictable periods. We also have high levels of insulin. Because of PCOS, your body cannot react to insulin the way it should. So many people who suffer from PCOS tend to develop diabetes. And another symptom is high levels of androgen. So androgen is also known as a male hormone, but women have it too, just the same way that men tend to have estrogen. High levels of androgen, also known as the male hormone. Women can get it too, just the same way as men have levels of estrogen. Women can have levels of androgen. So, and this could turn out to be, could show out as things like unwanted hair in unwanted places, such as your face, your chest, your back, your butt, even on your fingers. It could also cause thinning hair and male pattern baldness in women. Give me 1 second. My baby is right over here. She wants to interrupt. She wants to be like on TV. Hi, say hi, everybody. Hello, world. Hello, world. Hello. Yeah. So, like I was saying, so other symptoms can also include insomnia, excessive acne on your face and your body, weight gain. The funny thing about weight gain is that while it is a direct result, what can be a direct result of PCOS, gaining weight could also make the symptoms worse, the PCOS symptoms worse. So the PCOS is causing you to gain weight, but when you have extra weight, it could actually make your symptoms worse. So that's like a catch-22 right there. So yeah, getting into a good workout routine and making diet changes will go a long way in managing these symptoms. So some of the treatments for people who have PCOS, I mean, your doctor is going to either tell you to get like on hormone therapy or, do this, that, and third. I feel like going to the doctor sometimes you have very limited choices. So there are some natural things that you can try at home. Just keep in mind, I'm not a doctor myself or a health professional. I just, really into women's health topics. So, definitely do your own research about this stuff. And, I'm going to give you a couple of tips right now, but you can try, do some research and find out some more, actually. So some of the treatments you can try at home, include cod liver oil. The omega-3s in the cod liver oil helps to balance the hormones and manage your weight. It also reduces inflammation and helps with fertility. So that's a plus right there. Licorice root is another one. It can also help with hormone production and release. It helps support healthy insulin and liver health. So that's something else that's also, a plus. Maca root. Maca root helps balance progesterone and estrogen levels, which will help in regulating your period, which will also help with fertility. What's the matter? Mm-hmm. And another treatment, my favorite one, is yoni steaming, or it's also known as vaginal steaming. I'm not going to go into detail about that right now, just because I do plan on doing, a whole video about it. But just know that is an option. Look out for my video when it comes out, and I'll go into further detail about it. So yeah, so these are just a few remedies that you can try at home. Like I said, definitely do your own research. See what works for you. What works for some may not always work for others, but it doesn't hurt to try. I think you should give it a try. And so yeah, that's basically about it. So people who have PCOS, I definitely feel for you. I know a few people who have it themselves. One thing I want you to understand is that having PCOS or any one of these ailments is not the end all. There's definitely hope. There's also things that you can do to help you in that category. These are just a few remedies that you guys can try at home. Definitely give it a try. If you have PCOS, if you know somebody who has PCOS, let them know about this stuff. And, if you have tried any of these treatments, ooh, did you hear that burp? Ooh, does that mean you're going to go to sleep now? Oh my goodness. She is such a distraction. She is such a distraction. Come on, let's stay focused. Can we stay focused? Okay. So, so like I was saying, these are just a few remedies that you can try at home. Give it a try. Let me know how it works. If you have PCOS, have you tried any of these remedies before? Let me know how it worked out for you in the comments. If you know any other treatments that might help somebody else with PCOS, I don't personally have it, but I do know a couple of people who have it. I'm not sure, but chances are you probably know somebody who has PCOS. So, what works for them, what works for you. And, and give some of these a try and see what works out for you guys. Stay tuned for my next video where I actually sit down with somebody who has PCOS and we just, have a little chit chat about like what she's doing, her experience with PCOS, what she has been doing to manage her symptoms and how she's living with it today. And, it's actually a really good video. It's very informative. And I hope you guys, stay tuned and watch it. So if you want to be in the know for when that video drops and other future video drops, you know what you got to do. Hit that button. I don't know if it's down here, down there. I think it's down over here. Hit that button that says subscribe. You want to hit subscribe so that way you be in the loop for the next videos. You know what? Even hit that bell so that way when that video comes out, you get notified. So that way you don't miss a thing. All right? Tell your friends. And if you enjoyed this video, you feel like you learned something, give me a like. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate those. Every view, every bit of support helps. And I appreciate you. I hope you stay well. And I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely night.